Hey guys, it's Cosmic Cubing, and in this video I'll be showing you guys my top 5 favorite shape mods. Let's get into it. So for number 5, I have the Axis Cube. This is a 3x3 shape mod. It is a very fun one, and it's also pretty simple. Let me zoom out. There we go, that's better. So the Axis Cube is a very fun puzzle to solve when you're bored. It's not too hard. It takes no misorienting, like where you have to misalign the layers like the Ghost Cube. It is very simple to solve. If you can solve a 3x3, you can probably solve this. For number 4, I have the Polaris Cube. Now, this is not a shape-shifting puzzle. It is more of like a Cube mod. If you can't really tell, here, let me try to show you so you can kind of get an idea for what it looks like. It is not actually that hard of a puzzle to solve. Here, one second. Here we go. So this cube turns along the corners, and if we kind of line it just right, here, this side can turn, I think. I don't know, I haven't really turned this puzzle in a while. There we go. So as you can see, if we turn it like this, you can kind of see the resemblance of a cube. So when you scramble it, you'll be turning it like that, and in a tutorial, which I'll link in the description down below, for this puzzle, so your main goal is to solve the cube part first, and then get all these edge pieces solved. So it is really not too difficult of a puzzle, and this list is not going by difficulty. It actually might. I don't really know if it is or not, but it probably is. But your main goal is to solve this cube and then the edges, which is not as hard as it sounds. It took me around 30 minutes to solve for the first time, which is not bad. So number 3 on this list is SquareOne, which is scrambled because I messed up the last scene while scrambling it, so I'm just redoing it. But SquareOne is a shape mod. I actually have another one so you can see what it looks like when it's solved. Here's an old SquareOne. This one is pretty bad. I actually had it in my first ever video when I did a relay. But here's what it looks like when it's solved, which may seem impossible, but I might be able to do a really quick solve. So your main goal at first is to solve it into a cube shape, which I just do it by luck. I never practiced SquareOne, so I really don't remember that much about actually solving it. And just like that, it's mostly cube. And if you want it to be a lot better, here it is. So this is what it looks like when it's in the cube shape. And then basically, I really hope I don't get parity. I still remember my algs. I tried to solve this puzzle every once in a while. Just like that, you have both of those sides basically solved, and dang it. Parity. Okay. Oh well. Yeah, I don't remember the parity alg. But yeah, that is SquareOne. It's pretty fun. Oh my gosh. It's also a WCA event, which is also why it's on this list, because I might relearn it. I really want to go to competition. There's literally nothing in my state. So really, I am unable to go to a competition until I find one in my state. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out, and hopefully I find a competition, because I would love to do a video on it. So my second favorite on this list is a very big surprise, probably, the Puppet Cube. I really enjoy this puzzle. My last video, I think, was actually a tutorial on it, so check that out. I'll also put that in the description if you really want to learn how to solve it. So the main goal of this puzzle is that, well, the main thing about this puzzle is that it's bandaged when you scramble it. So it may not seem that way at first, but once you see how it really turns, so it may seem like just a 2x2, right? From this angle right here. But as you can see, there are turn lines right here, which means it can turn. And now you can see how it's bandaged because, let's see, these lines don't match up. But let's say I turn it like this, no matter how I turn it, it will be bandaged, which sucks. But this is a very cool puzzle, and how I mentioned in my tutorial, but how I solve this is just by luck. I solve the 2x2 by luck, and then I have a good strategy to solving these inner pieces. So yeah, it is a bandaged 2x2 with some 4x4 centers. That's really it. And I find it pretty cool how like a centerpiece here is like this centerpiece is an edge piece. It is so confusing, but it is so cool. Now, my all-time favorite shape mod, you might be able to guess it, the Ghost Cube. This is my favorite puzzle in my collection, by far. Even though this is one of the top 5 hardest puzzles in my collection, it is so much fun to just mess around and scramble it. Cause this version is actually slightly different. You might be wondering, how is it different? The logo piece. This makes it slightly easier. Now, I have a tip for you if you're getting this puzzle. You might just go in for it and scramble it, but before you do that, I recommend looking at your cross. There are 2 ways you can do your cross. There's this center right here, which is the harder one, the harder cross to do, because the center is a lot more warped, basically. But this one is a lot more squared off. I recommend starting with this one and getting a good look at the pieces. Another reason is it has the logo piece, which allows you to know at least 2 of the pieces that go there. So I recommend taking a look at the pieces, getting an idea for what they look like, how you can tell them apart from other pieces. Because that was the main struggle that I had when I was trying to solve it. I could not tell what pieces went where. So get an idea for this side right here, and you should be fine. Like, it is a 3x3. Like, think about this puzzle, but mirrored, basically. Like, imagine this as a mirror cube. That's kind of how I think of this puzzle. It solves very similar. And it just looks so cool when it's scrambled. Like, I'll scramble it right now so you can see how intimidating it is. Here it is. This is the Ghost Cube. Oops, let me scramble a little bit more. So this may seem like just a bunch of random shapes put together, which it is. But once you can find your cross center, which let me find it real quick. Here it is. This is the cross center. And once you can find that, find the logo piece right here. This is not a tutorial, by the way. Here we go. And there's logo piece, and there's the corner that goes with it. And since this piece goes here, you know another trapezoid piece goes there. But yeah, once you can find that piece, like, there are 2 trapezoid pieces that look identical, but there are slight differences in it, and you can tell once you answer the corners if it fits correctly. So yeah, those are my top 5 favorite shape mods I own. If you enjoyed this video and if it was helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to this channel, and turn on post notifications to get notified every time I post. Bye guys.